You are reborn. Though deaf and blind at birth, you're lucky. This time, you come back as a trust fund polecat. To be precise, you're born into the den of a single mother who's basically a real estate mogul. Every few days, she picks a new den and carries you all over. There are too many predators out there. One delay, and the entire litter could be wiped out. To predators, nursing kits are basically a liquid lunch. Polk badgers, eagle owls, foxes, even male polecats see you as the daily special on their takeout menu. So your mother never stays in one den for long. She relocates every 48 hours at most. In the wild, if a litter doesn't move frequently, kit mortality can shoot above 70%. Typical causes include freezing, starvation, nest raids, or being eaten by your own father. Right now, you can't regulate your body temperature. You rely entirely on your mother to keep you warm. The burrow is damp and cold. If the temperature drops below 15 degrees Celsius, the mortality rate of the young skyrockets. Thus, she barely leaves your side. The battle for a nipple is your first war. Whoever is stronger gets to drink the thickest milk. The dense, 30% fat content colostrum is your only hope of surviving in this burrow, where the death by freezing rate is 40%. 2 weeks later, your world begins to change. Your ear canals gradually open and blurred. Chaotic sounds flood into your mind. By 4 weeks, fine down covers your once bare skin. Your eyes can finally catch light. For the first time, the world takes shape. The burrow, your siblings, your mother. You clumsily crawl toward the entrance of the burrow, only to be dragged back by your mother before you can explore further. Not yet, she seems to say. But soon, she won't stop you anymore. The day you turn 6 weeks old, your mother decides it is time for outdoor lessons. She pokes her head out first to check if any owls are lining up for a meal overhead, then grabs you in her mouth and flings you outside. Yes, with a bit of slobber. It is your first time leaving the nest, and the sunlight makes you squint. The world suddenly becomes vast, noisy, and blindingly bright. Your instinct is to find a place to hide, but there is no time. A shadow dives down from the sky. A Eurasian eagle owl almost cuts you out of this story. Your mother screams and charges straight at the owl's face. The owl hesitates, gives up on you, and flies off with a rabbit instead. You lie trembling in the grass, swearing, from today on, whether it is prey, enemy, or your unlucky brother's tail, you will learn to bite. Your mother does not comfort you. She brings back a half-dead vole and drops it in front of you. It is part of the lesson, learning to kill. You do not know how to finish it off. Your mother loses patience and delivers the final blow herself. Practice more, she seems to say. You lick the blood and find the taste surprisingly good. You start practicing hunting. Where do you start? With your siblings? No rules, no referees, only chaotic battles. Your body proves more agile than you imagine. Born a hunter. Your prey menu includes mice, small birds, eggs, and even snakes. Yes, a grass snake 3 times your length. Between 6 and 8 weeks, your muscle mass grows by 40%. Your teeth sharpen and your claws harden. You start hunting on your own. Your hunting success rate, 30%. But you survive. One early morning, you wake up and realize your mother is gone. She leaves without a goodbye, without a lingering scent. She simply disappears. Yes, farewells between polecats are that abrupt. You are 2 months old and weigh 600 grams. Not strong, but fully equipped to feed yourself. You are small, but you are no rabbit. You are the kind of creature that kills rabbits. You have 28 sharp conical teeth. Your canines can pierce a vole's carotid artery. And your body slips through holes the size of an egg, moving freely between surface and underground. That is your advantage in the food chain. But you also know, a single rainstorm, a trap, or even a lost golden retriever from the village could end you. You have to survive first. So, you begin looking for territory. It must be hidden, dry, close to prey paths, no skunks, no snakes, no cats, and absolutely no scent of other adult male polecats. A wild polecat's territory can reach a 1-kilometer radius and rarely overlaps with others. If you trespass, best case, you get your ear torn. Worst case, you die. You spend 2 days trying 3 directions before choosing a hollow root cavity beneath a fallen tree. You leave your scent gland secretions at the entrance. This means it's your turf. You begin storing food. Half a sparrow, a few pieces of discarded human biscuit, a shriveled beetle. You stuff them all into the root crevice and seal it with mud. Your sense of smell is excellent. Your spatial memory impressive. Yet you often forget where you buried things. The next day, you dig around for ages and find only a piece of unfamiliar rotting meat. You wrinkle your nose and eat it anyway. Sometimes you eat someone else's. Sometimes someone else eats yours. You don't care. After all, sometimes you're not hunting, you're scavenging. Night falls. You don't return to your den every night. That would form a pattern and give away your location. Instead, you dig shallow pits in the dirt and curl up inside. Your ears pressed to the ground, listening for distant footsteps, wings, the air currents of predators. You curl tighter, tail covering your nose. This is the oldest survival pose in the wild, minimizing heat loss and muffling your heartbeat. You wait for dawn, not because daylight means safety, but because you are still alive. And you still need to find food. There is a change in the air, not just soil and damp grass, but something else, something bursting from within, a social signal. The scent of a female. You follow the trail of her scent. Ahead, a den entrance. The rich female scent tells you you're in the right place. You tense immediately, not out of shyness, but because a rival is near. The grass stirs, another male ferret bursts out. You lock eyes for half a second, say nothing, and fight. Whoever backs off, leaves. Your ear gets torn, but you bite into his thigh. He breaks free and flees. You win. You pant on the spot like you've just finished an underground brawl, but this is only step one of the mating process. She stands at the den's edge, motionless. You don't meet her eyes. Instead, you release your softest scent. She doesn't chase you off. She doesn't turn away. Permission is granted. In under 20 minutes, the genetic exchange is complete. She turns back into the den. You turn and walk away. You never consider staying. A male ferret leaves his scent, not himself. Now, suppose you're not the male. You're her. He leaves. You are pregnant. Not the hopeful kind of pregnant, the if I don't catch more mice, I'll starve to death kind. You start searching for a den. The first hole is too shallow, with a snake outside. The second is too drafty. One gust of wind and the entire roof is gone. At the third, a weasel is already sniffing around like a developer scouting land. The fourth is still alive. You're still alive too, for now. So you move in. For 40 days, you eat more and sleep less. Every sound jerks you awake. Until one early morning. Inside the den, you give birth to 7 pink furballs. Slick, skinny, blind, like a pile of spilled sausages. While cleaning them with your tongue, you silently count how many might still be alive by nightfall. Clean, stimulate them to pee, tuck them under your belly for warmth, leave for more than 20 minutes, and what greets you on return is often just a pile of cold, tiny corpses. Every move must be smooth, fast, precise, even when your vision blurs from exhaustion. You close your eyes for barely 3 minutes. Something climbs onto your face, steps on your injured ear, then manages to pee a little on your face. You wake up, and now you begin to understand what true hell looks like. 3 months pass. Your pile of sausages has turned into 7 bouncing, biting furballs. Their weight has multiplied tenfold. Their movements are now so fast they almost fly. They no longer just nurse, they start biting you. Biting your ears, your tail, the mouse corpses you drag home. You decide it's time for them to see how much the world wants to eat them. You lead them out of the den, not for a trip, but for a test. Who kills faster lives longer. No warnings, no second chances. This territory is getting crowded. Only 1 adult polecat is allowed per hectare, and siblings are never all meant to stay. Every extra day they survive means 1 less rival for you and 1 less burden. Until one day, you return with a half-dead squirrel and find only 5 left in the den. 2 are gone. You don't ask what happened to them. Whether predators took them, siblings killed them, or they wandered off, it doesn't matter anymore. You don't cry. You simply walk more quietly, hunt faster, and guard the den longer. The 5 that remain move faster and bite harder every day. One of them snatches a vole straight from your mouth. Using the method you taught, with the ferocity you taught, you don't take it back. You understand. From today on, you are no longer their mother, just another competitor for food. That evening, they chase a mouse and disappear into the tall grass. You don't call them back. You don't follow. You retreat to the deepest part of the den and lick the split wounds on your neck. Those wounds are from them, and you are the one who taught them how. Quietly, silently, you leave. No goodbyes, no ceremony, no final glance. You simply find a new den, somewhere no one knows who you are, and go back to being just another ordinary, weary, but still living polecat. You are 3 years old. Your teeth no longer cut like blades. It takes 2 bites, sometimes 3, to kill a mouse. Your canines are worn, your grip less stable. You start avoiding thick-skinned prey, choosing the old, the sick, or the half-dead. You retreat from the core of your territory to its edges. Young polecats are faster, strike harder, snatch quicker, but they don't yet know when to hide. You don't fight, you wait. You pick a rock and lie there every day, waiting for a squirrel to make a mistake. It's not laziness. You simply know every pounce must be worth the cost now. Your hearing has dulled. When wind comes from behind, you react slower. Your sense of smell weakens. You no longer track scents like before. You hunt from memory now. You predict where prey will appear, which trail it will take. Not instinct, calculation. You still hoard food, but often forget where you put it. By the time you remember, the rot has brought ants. You eat more slowly and less. You once gnawed through 2 voles a day. Now, a small lizard is enough to keep you going. One evening, you cross the familiar grassland, looking for dinner. A wounded vole struggles by the path. You pounce and end its pain. You don't notice the farmland nearby, where rodent poison was just laid. A few days later, you start to feel weak. Your movements slow. Your appetite fades. You lie in your den. Your breathing grows shallow. You smile. Maybe it's just muscle slack. You exhale gently. Your tail twitches slightly. And then you fall asleep.